Ken Rader, President and CEO of the Cereal Bowl. Biggest challenge for digital signage, I would say, is creating more dynamic content. I think the problem is there's a lot of people out there who have a challenging time understanding how to program, work with new content, creating updates, and by having a database-driven system or an integrated system allows for it to become more user-friendly, where it'll become more widespread and mass appeal will hopefully kind of come into play. The Cereal Bowl creates content in a couple of different ways. We have a marketing firm that creates assets for us throughout the year. It used to be just static driven, so point of purchase, point of sale, menu changes. So this is just another layer and a component that they're doing right now. Now we're creating things in a 1920 by 1080 pixel ratio. So it's just a different component on how we go about creating graphics. As far as pricing and content changes, that happens throughout the POS. We have an integrated software system. A franchisee of ours needs to change a price. It's real time. It changes up above their heads on the menu boards right away. So for reporting and easy changes, customization from store to store, it's a really simple transition for us. The Cereal Bowl didn't launch with digital signage. We'd actually looked at this about 5 years ago. The cost to entry was just too high, mostly on the hardware side. The price reductions in screens have made it really easy to bring it aboard. We had to fit our model of total investment per store, so we were able to add the product of digital menu boards at only a fraction increase of the price of the static boards, while being able to drive home different sale items throughout the day. Also, we're actually saving over the course of 3 years because we're not having to continually print menu boards, changes. So by year 3, the franchisee is actually making or saving money on these products. I would say the most important technology when it comes to integration would be just probably the simplicity of user interface. You have a lot of people who just aren't as familiar with computers. We have franchisees who still have trouble using AOL. So getting them to understand how to update, if it's a database system, is very challenging. So the easier the user interface, the more simple it is for people to actually adapt this. At Digital Signage Expo, I spoke about developing and maintaining content for signage. I was actually on a panel with Royal Caribbean and Aramark, so it was a nice contrast to see how we're all going about it differently. Ours is more of an integrated system. One of the other speakers was talking more about trying to implement digital signage and what they already have on 5,000 different facilities, which is a completely different challenge than what we face. Some restaurants, some cafeterias, and the other one is more of a way management and traffic patterns. So we have a lot of different looks on how we do it. So it was a really interesting dynamic on speaking on how we actually develop and implement content. This is my first year at DSE. It's been overwhelming. It's been amazing. I've seen technology that we thought was years and years away. We've met some of our partners here on the floor. We're seeing some of our hardware suppliers, technology that's years in the future for us, but something we're going to be able to strive towards. So we've been able to really look at what the future of digital signage is going to be just by spending 2 days at the Expo. We'll be back at Digital Expo, absolutely. This is something that is required for all of our stores going forward. We will be digital from here on out, so we want to make sure we stay ahead of the curve, and I don't think there's a better way to do it than being here. Digital signage, join the revolution.